Hi everybody. I posted a little video saying I would do a tutorial on how to do dreadlock extensions on extremely short hair. The shortest hair I do is like, I would say, maybe a half an inch, even shorter, but that's not what I'm showing today. Today I will show you how to make the dreadlock out of synthetic ones. What I use, just because I have done a lot of this trial and error, and the way that, sorry, my footage, the way that I see it online all the time is they take, here, I'm going to show you the hair I'm going to do. I already took them out. They take, okay, so this, I'm going to do two. This, as you can see, is super short. I mean, maybe an inch and a half. I'm going to do some on, this is about two and a half inches. What I always see is just, either a double-ended dread, and then they rubber band it to the dread, flip it over and band it. I mean, it doesn't look very good. I guess if you don't really care about that and you're just going for, a one night look or something, it's fine. But if you want these to stay in for a while, that's probably not the way to go. The other thing I see a lot is, on a single ended dread is just, making, a little ponytail right here, and kind of, well, you pull your hair apart and you stick the pieces through the single ended dread loop, and you put a rubber band on it, and then pretty much put another rubber band and another rubber band. I mean, I guess if you're trying to, look like you don't have extensions in, that's not the way to go. It actually doesn't look very good. It's very noticeable. Unless, like I said, you're doing it for a night or something and you're going to decorate them up and stuff, who cares? But, like, if you wanted to stay in for a significant amount of time, like I do because I'm growing my hair out, I would use this method. So let's just get into it right now. So I'll put some links in my profile. I'm not sure how to do that on the video. Like I said, this is the first time I've done one of these, and I'm not, whatever. Anyway, so I ordered these dreadlocks. They're from Amazon, and they don't look like this actually. Where is the other one I have that is not done? Alright, not very organized either. So when you get them, I ordered, I think it's like 32 inches or something. It's like 3 feet, 36 inches. So they are long. And the reason I order them like this is because I'm going to be taking this apart, and you'll see why in a second. And that's like the most tedious, annoying part of the whole deal. So let's just start. Usually there's a little black rubber band there. I take that off. Pair of scissors. Just clip, clip. All right, now what I'm going to do is start pulling the dread apart. And it's funny because I ordered the same exact set, which is like $55, and you get 60 of them. I have probably about 60 in my head right now. It was funny because the first set, I was able to pull the whole entire 60 apart within an hour and a half's time. And then I get this set from hell. And like each one is taking me, they're so tight. I don't know why. It's from the same place, same manufacturer. But it's such a pain. So what I do, and there's like no easy way around this. If you find one, message me, send it, put a comment out there because I'd love to hear it. I take a comb because a lot of it's on the outside is these wrapped strings. And I kind of just try to comb through them as best as I can to loosen them up. I mean, it's a hard process because I do this like for that much of the hair. I undo all that. So, and there's definitely a reason behind that. So, as I, hold on, let me put my hair back so I can talk here. As I forcefully go through this, I'm going to do the whole thing with you guys just so you see it from start to finish. This is a very long process you're going to need if you're going to be taking them apart and doing your whole head in one day. And mind you, I have an undercut, so you're probably going to need like 100. But these are the .06. These are the thin dreads. I ordered last year. There's a really popular brand on Amazon. I think it starts with a D, Dulcia or something. They're .8, so they're, hold on a second. Yeah, .8. They're bigger. Don't order them. The reviews aren't bad. I thought like I got some good dreadlocks, but now that I got some actually good synthetic dreadlocks, these feel like hair. They move. See, they're like, the ones I got from Amazon last year were like stiff like this. I had to boil them in water to get them to even uncrimp from the packing. It was not good. Every time like they touched my back, it was like hurting me, leaving red marks. they were awful. So if you want dreads like mine, I would recommend getting the 0.6 size. And I like I said, I'll put a link. They have a bunch of different colors. I like this one because it's kind of, you know, close to my hair color I have right now. It goes down to 613. I think it's like 27 to 613 color wise. Anyways, I'm gonna keep combing this. You want to get, see, I'm like fruity. I've wrote like 10 combs. This is bad. I couldn't find my stronger comb. If you can find a metal comb, that is what you want to get, because that's probably going to work the best. So what else did I do? Okay, so the other thing I do sometimes when I just really get annoyed or I'm trying to hurry up is I get an X-Acto knife. Now, do not cut through the middle of this because you will lose most of the hair. What you're going to do is just go on the outside and cut those pieces that are binding it together. Now, there's some hair in the middle that binds it together, but you can get those off. You can get it off easier. You can pull it apart easier if this isn't here. But you are going to end up cutting some of the hairs. You don't want to cut very many because you need this length to make it look, oh, see, I just cut a bunch. You need the length to make it look authentic. Like you're not trying to, see, you know, when you get further down, it comes apart a little bit easier. This is just annoying me. I already have one taken apart, but I kind of wanted you guys to see how long, and maybe you'll get lucky and get the ones I got last time that don't suck to do this. If, this is so annoying. I have not seen any videos where they do this, and this is probably why, because it takes so long. If you're going to make your own dreads, you can buy tape-in extensions, relatively cheap, like human hair ones. I don't do that because it's really, really time consuming. You can make them out of wool too, but like it's time consuming and it's a lot of work. I have a 4-year-old son that I'm the sole, I take care of him by myself, and I am in graduate school right now. So I don't have time to do those kind of things that, even though I would love to, because I love wool dreadlocks. They're so pretty. I just don't have time. And I don't know how I would make them look good on this short of hair either, I guess. But anyways, those are some options. Oh, come on. This is so annoying to do. I'm sorry. I'm getting annoyed on my first video ever. And I'm not stopping this until I'm done. Alright, I'm going to try a brush now. Yeah, like I said, the other ones I got were nowhere near this difficult to unravel. But once you start getting it, you just keep pulling as hard as you can until it'll start unraveling. Once it does, it's pretty easy to get it to finish. So, if you have friends, if you're not like in my position where I just don't have time, have your friends come over, have them help you. That's what friends are for, right? Helping you do stuff that sucks like this. Yeah, so just keep going. If you know, if you don't want your dreads super long like this, don't get the 32 inches. I mean, you don't need to do that. If you want them like up to here or something, I don't know, like up to there, just get like the 22 or 20 inch ones. Where I get these, they do sell a bunch of different colors, but I can't tell you definitively if they are the same quality, because a lot of these vendors, you know, drop ship stuff, and sometimes you'll get a color and it'll be a certain kind, and then the next you'll order a different color and it'll be totally different, even if it's the same. You know, you never know. So all I know is that I've ordered this twice. See, I just lost some of it because I'm getting so annoyed that I'm just ripping through it. I actually had these going down to past my waist, but I started feeling kind of like, it's starting to be like 90 degrees out, and okay, so I'm starting to get to the point where I'm gonna make it into the dreadlock. Now, after you get through this, the next part is like, is not bad. It's super easy, and then the install is pretty fast. So I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna stop there. Well, no, I'm not, because I have to put this in my hair. Yeah, my comb is really, really, it's looking like, yeah, it's looking pretty bad at this point. You know, like, this is going to sound weird, but I know you can get combs for, like, lice that are, like, super, they're metal, and they're, like, I can't think, you guys have been up a long time in schoolwork and a kid, it's just, yeah, anyway, they're really close together. So I would imagine this would be a lot easier to do in that situation, so. I'm just going to keep combing. I'm almost there. I have a different comb that works a lot better, but of course I can't find it. I'm never prepared, but I've been saying I'd be doing these videos for so long. Finally, man, I'm just going to do it. I can't get through this one. It's just impossible. I did all these, but I wasn't on camera. I was trying to do them. It did take me a really long time. I would say probably all of the ones in my head probably took 6 hours to pull apart. Is it worth it? It is. It is. Because they don't fall out. I mean, if you do this right, and you are going to have to braid a little bit, but if you can get, what I do is I count when I braid. Every time I go over, I count. So like I go 1, 2, 3, because the third is usually the dreadlock. If you can make it to 6, if your hair's that long, this is going to work for you. And it looks good. So, anyway, we're getting really close to where I can, because I don't want to have to take this out. You know, I've been installing these for a couple days, and I'm sick of doing it. That's why I like to do it right. So, I guess I'm almost there, but I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. So yeah, my name is Shyla. I'm actually 41 years old. I'm from a small town in Minnesota. I grew up in that town and moved away from that town. I never really left Minnesota, but, you know, have 2 adult children. Ouch, shoot, sorry. Ow, 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 ow. I cut myself with the X-Acto knife yesterday, and I just stabbed myself in that. Ouch. Okay. Anyways, yeah, 2 adult children, my 4-year-old son. I'm finally in graduate school now. I got my bachelor's degree. Finished that up in this past March 2022. I started my schooling when I was about, I think I was like 19. Got most of my AA degree. Then I had my son, my daughter, and I don't know. Life happens, right? I'm one of those people that, you know, let it happen and just kind of gave up. But some people think that when you do that, like, for me it was drugs. When you do the drugs and you lose your kids, you lose your house, you lose your self-esteem, you lose your self-worth, you lose your family, you lose the friends you had. At some point it's like, when is this person gonna say, hey, I've lost enough, I want to stop? In some cases, you know, it never does happen. In my case, my 4-year-old son, you know, finally opened my eyes. And it's not that I didn't love my other kids. I was just really, really young when all that took place. But anyway, so, you know, I met my husband, had my child, and then, here, okay, well, I'll tell you more later, but that's long enough. Okay, so now, this is what you're going to do next. So, now you have the dreadlock, you have this long section of hair. So, I'm going to try to get up to the camera here. You grab, so I just part like this. Just take a little bit, just like this much, okay? And make a teeny loop. Like, make the loop so as small as you can, as long as you can get your hair through it. That's all you want. You don't want it big at all. You want it tiny, tiny, tiny. What I do is I just take the hair and I wrap it around. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now something else you're gonna need, and I should have probably went through all this at the beginning of the video, is a latch hook. Super cheap on Amazon or Walmart or wherever you're getting. Yeah. So I use one of these to pull. You're gonna need this no matter what. You know, I'm not having very good luck today because it's stuck. Yeah, it's Sunday. I've never been fond of Sundays, you know. Oh my god, my X-Acto knife just broke. Things happen, right? So I have another one. It's just a little bit bigger. And purple. So what I'm gonna do at this point, and hopefully I can still stick this through even though it's bigger, is stick this through the top. So, all right, I'm gonna close the camera. So you made this little loop. You put it around the hair that makes you loop 3 or 4 times. All right, go through the top of the loop of the. Just watch what I'm doing, okay? Because it's late at night and I'm so tired. I'm not doing a very good job at this. Did I say go through the top? Okay, X that. Don't go through the top. All right. The point of this is to secure it without a rubber band. You're going to go through the bottom. I'm sorry. You don't want to pull that through the top. Okay, so pull it all the way through there. So that latch goes like that. Take that little piece of hair and just kind of go like this around the hook. And then pull it down. Okay, now what you're left with is this teeny weeny hole. And you you want to make sure that next to the teeny weeny hole where the hair is right here underneath the, this is pretty much tangle free. So I just pull it down like that because you don't want to lose any more of the dread now. You pull it down, give it a little comb, make sure it's, and it's weird because these dreads taken apart almost feel like regular hair. It's like they're not plastic. They're not, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I even took some of my part at the end and braided them with water and let them overnight the other day, and they look so cool. Like, the other dreads I had, you could never do that. So, anyways, now for the installation. So you get it like, you got your dread made now, okay? So I'm going to take, you know, I'm not going to go over all this because if you're looking for how to install dreads, you probably have already seen, you know, how you want to part your hair. There's the brick, there, I think it's called like the brick lay pattern. There is, you know, God, I can't remember the names of them right now, but there's a bunch of different patterns. If you look up, you can just Google it, please, because I can't explain it right now. I don't use any of them. I use something called pick and pull pattern, but I do mimic the bricklaying pattern when I do it. I think it looks way more natural. I'm not trying to get perfect here. I want them to look real. So I pick pieces and then, okay, I'm going to clip these for a second. So I pick pieces like this, say, and I kind of curve them in like a C. And then these two, my other dread will be in the middle of these two. Same with this dread will be in the middle of these two. So it's like a bricklay pattern, but it's not perfect. Because when you get too perfect, I think you start seeing scalp. You know, you start seeing, it just starts looking really, I don't know, it depends what kind of look you have. And mine is more of like a laid back, just like, I don't want to say like hippie, but like just do my own thing. You know, I'm not trying to be like, I'm trying to be myself. This is how I like to look. I like it. And yeah, so anyway, we're going to spray it. A lot of people say don't do this. But I feel like when your hair is this short, you kind of have to in order to get all of the little hairs into that little hole without having like flyaways and stuff. And you still might get some. If your hair is really damaged, your hair might break off. If you leave these in for a really long time, the bands themselves, it might just break your hair. So keep that in mind. If your hair is bleached excessively, and that's where you're putting the bands, you know, if you leave them in for 6 weeks, when you pull on your dread, your hair might come with it. That's what happened to me. So my hair has been bleached once. It's pretty healthy. So I'm going to do this one. I already made one because I'm not going to make you guys sit through that painstaking process again. I'm not even going to watch this video before I post it. I'm just going to post it because I know that I'm going to want to redo it. But you know what? It's just whatever. So, it's already 17 minutes. It was supposed to be like 10 for TikTok, but I guess it's not going to be. So, I'm going to get that hair right here. Okay, and I didn't really do this too perfect back here because I didn't actually know it was going to fall out. So, I'm going to grab that, and then I'm just going to do that really short stuff. So, right now, what I'm going to do is I got the hair. It's going to be a little bit long, but that's okay. So what you do is you put your hook, your latch hook, through that little loop, okay? Now, should have said what you guys needed and stuff, sorry. Now, this can be kind of annoying. Depends how thick your hair is. I have extremely thick hair, but that's why I have a lot of dreads. If your hair is thinner, don't put just a teeny bit of hair into one of these extensions. Like I have pieces where I just have a little bit of hair, but my hair's so thick and strong that I can do that. If you have thin hair, I wouldn't recommend it. So so put your hair in there, latch it. Remember, it's going through that loop. Doesn't matter where, you know, how you do this really at this point. Just as long as it's through, the hook is through the hair, and you hooked it on your hair. Make sure all those hairs are in there. And now push. I go like this because the hook like doesn't ever want to go through for me. All right, perfect. Okay, so you get to this point, just do that. So now what you have is, okay, you have the extension that you made, the loop around your hair, and then this froey hair. So you're going to want some clips. So, always do this because otherwise you will go mental when you're trying to braid. So even that little piece of hair that's hanging down from how we closed that loop, you're going to pull it all up here like this and try to get this. Wait, did I miss some hair? I think I did. I did. It's not supposed to happen. Okay, I'm gonna actually fix that. But so I guess I can show you what you do if that happens. I have smaller hooks. It's a teeny weeny one right here. Okay, so if you miss some hairs, go back through there. I don't like to redo it. Sometimes I just get so annoyed that I do, but usually I try to just do something like this. Go through there and then, where's those hairs? You don't want to get all the way done with the freaking extension and see this. These hairs, where the hell did that come from? I think I just did that myself. Pull that out. Okay. So look at that around, and then I'm just gonna try to pull that through. I don't know if that worked. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do it all over again. If anybody's made it this far in the video, you're probably just like, who the hell is this person? Okay. Okay, one more time. Make sure you have all the hairs in there. Okay, I think this is why it takes me so long. I just figured that out. Because I'm like, because once I start braiding this in and stuff, it doesn't seem like it would take that long, but it just does. Like, the other day it was like 6 or 7 hours, and I only did like half of them. Okay. But it's worth it, because then here's what, well, this is why it's worth it. Because then you don't have to do your hair, like actually take the time to do your hair for as long as you leave them in. I mean, there's only so many options you have with dreadlocks. And I love that because I don't feel like pressure to look a certain way or like have to like, because I have, you know, my self-esteem is okay, but like because of the hair issues I've had, I always feel like I need to wear a wig or I need to I'm just so embarrassed of the way I look without, you know, with that really short hair. And this has like really saved my self-confidence and made me feel really good about myself again. So anyhow, once you get that hair through here, I just unclip that. So reclip it. Make sure you leave the dread out. You don't want to clip the dread, which is right there. You just want to clip that hair to the side so you don't, it doesn't get in your way, because it will. Alright, so now you have the hair through. Now what I do is, depending on what direction you want these dreads to go in, I usually pull them back because otherwise you're going to tend to want to fly upward. You just grab. Oh, don't tell me you did it again. No, I didn't. Okay. So, push it in as close as you can to your scalp, and then split your hair into two. Your hair into two, okay? And kind of pull like that so you get that loop against your scalp tight. Now, this is what I do. I can't even see anymore as far as counting. So, if you can count to 6, I think you're in good shape. Usually, I take one of the sides and go under to start my braid. This is just so it locks it in. So use your own hair for the first 2. So 1, 2, and now the dread is your third piece, and you're gonna go under. Then go back to your 2, 1. So I'm on actually 4, 5, 6 is the dread, 7, ouch, 8, 9 is the dread. Okay, now my hair is getting really short now. 10, 11. Okay, that's as far as I'm gonna go because I don't want it to come out. I mean, I love these things, but I don't like putting them in. I'm just giving you guys this idea because, like, I bought these and sat for like 2 weeks. Like, what am I gonna do? Because I put them in, number one, they weren't past like down to my thigh, and I was like, this does not look good. This looks really, really silly. So I had to figure out how I could do this, you know, and not look like. Sorry, but I do not want to walk around with like 2-inch braid on the top of my head and a dreadlock extension hanging out of it. It doesn't look good. Okay. So I always use clear rubber bands. They're like $5 on Amazon. They are thick. So where's another one so I can show you? They are thick like this. Like they're not like super chintzy. If you buy the chintzy ones, they sell them at Walmart too. They're actually really good from Walmart. It's like $2. I mean, if you buy the really thin ones, you're going to be walking down the street and feel like 3 snaps in the back of your head and be like, what the hell? And then your dreadlocks are going to fall out because it happens. Because dreadlocks are kind of rough if they're synthetic. It will happen. So anyways, I pull that around. I take 2 of them at a time. I'm sorry. I use 2 of them at a time because they do not snap at all. And I do 2 of them at a time. Ouch. Okay. And okay, right there, right at the end of where you braided. Doesn't really matter what this looks like because it's going to be covered up. So just hold that tight. Make sure your hairs are in there. I even like will leave this rubber banding up the hair shaft. Just because I want to make sure that my hair isn't going to slip out of this. Okay. Now, I do these tight, like I said, double them up because they won't snap on you. So how I know when to stop wrapping is like when I think it's not going to go and it makes it, like the last time I'm like, oh, I can barely get, okay, it's going to go. I know I'm done. Oh, okay, so once that is done, and there you go, done. So this is what this is what it would kind of look like if you didn't do this part. This is what it kind of looked like if it was just a very short hair with a single ended extension, where it just will lay there like that, and like you have this big floppy thing right there. It just doesn't look that good. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, this is where you unclip the hair. So there you go. Now you have this big chunk of hair. What I do is I pull around to the bottom and I split it in half. Okay, and I guess you might know what I'm gonna do, but you might not. And you can do this any way you want. If you want to braid it, go ahead. I guess it'll just look like you have long extensions in, but what I do is I kind of crisscross it. Okay, first I crisscross way up at the base of the, even before the pony, even before the braid starts, if you have a teeny bit of space, just pull that right over that. So as close to your scalp as possible. And you don't have to pull this super tight. Okay, that's the thing. The loose, I leave them kind of loose because it looks like a new dread. It does. It doesn't look like a dread extension all of a sudden. It looks like, oh, those are fluffy. Those are some new dreads. It doesn't look like that little braid with a dread hanging off of it, you know, because that's pretty noticeable. Sorry if like that's your style and that's what you do, but like I said, if you're not wearing them all the time, I get it, you know, just for fun, decorate them, you know, nobody's gonna really notice if you're out for a night, whatever. But if you want this for your hairstyle and you love it, like you can't, your hair doesn't like to grow long, or you like to dye it and you just can't grow it right. The reason I do this is because you're covering that little braid, but this can happen while I'm taking this right now. Is like these little hairs, this annoys me. Okay, so when my braids are done, okay, here's the little hairs. I didn't pay attention to those, and I didn't pay attention to that either. There, the rubber band, you're gonna want to cover that up too. Okay, yeah, this is definitely why it takes me so long. All right, so anyways, once you get those main things covered up, so yeah, there, you can always push that up. That's why you want so much of this, because you don't want to have it just go down an inch, you know. That's the point of this, is to make it look more real, and that's just kind of doing the same thing that you would do with your regular hair. So I start crisscrossing. It's just making X. I know I'm like looking with one eye because I can't see. Exit, exit. Kind of looks like a braid, but you can change it if you want to just like go like, you know, just do this. I do this sometimes because like I don't want it to look uniform. I don't want it to look like a braid. I want it to look like something else. And it doesn't matter, you know, it's your own, it's your style. You do it however you want. I'm just saying this looks a lot more authentic than what I showed you before. So when you get to this point, to the end, you have a couple options. If you have time, I guess you don't have to put a hair tie there. You could take, you know, a hook, and you could just, I guess, dread this into the hair. You could just pull it, you know. I just don't have time to do like this with all of it. Probably looks the best. Just take your hook and just put it in and out of that dread, so it gets kind of like a maze. Pull it out this way. Just take the hair. I had time. I've already been talking for 28 minutes, so I'm gonna try to speed this up. But you just take a few pieces of that hair, not all of it. Try to pull it back through the dread. I'm not doing a good job at that. Just because you can just end it like that. You know, it doesn't matter if it comes undone. You can always redid it. After a few days, it's probably not going to come undone. And that's the next thing I want to get to. Washing your hair. Okay, so when you have dreads, whether extensions or not, the more you wash your hair, the easier it is for them to come out, because your hair gets slippery, it gets moisturized, blah, blah, blah. So, I can't do that. I use a rubber band, guys. I'm just going to say it. I do, because I don't have time for pulling bullshit through there. I just don't have time. So you're going to see some of mine. I just started decorating mine. It takes kind of a little while because they kind of get intricate, but yeah, you can see a little bit of rubber band, but it's not way up here. So my dread isn't going like that, you know? And then when I decorate them, I mean, I started today, but I'm gonna do hair wraps. This is like 2 dreads together, wrapped, and then like that's a hair wrap right there. Do a few of those. Do a lot of these crisscrossy things. I don't do them all. Like I do a few on the top and the back just to camouflage in the rubber bands of the very back, and then I like to do them underneath. This is probably, except for I'll probably do one more right here, um, right here, maybe right here on the top, maybe one over here, and then the rest I'll just do a few on the bottom, and that's all I'm gonna do. I used to have like I used to do find a rhyme or reason, like some kind of pattern. Sometimes I do like, I pick just like teals or whites, or like, oh, one of my favorites is like teals, browns, oranges, white. But I stopped doing that because like I don't know, I just don't care anymore. I just like doing different things. I just yeah, I just do what I like, and I think that's what you should do too. The way I rap and stuff is super easy. If you ever want me to do a video, leave a comment. I'm kind of scared to post this video because I don't know if I'm going to be getting good comments, bad comments, or like, I'll put it this way. I've never seen anybody else do this for short hair. I figured it out in my own head. Now, if somebody else has posted it and I just didn't see it, well, then I guess kudos to them and they can have credit for it. But I've just never seen anybody else do that. And I've searched and searched and searched. So there, put the rubber band on. I'm not going to make you sit through any more of me talking or doing this one. When you get really short hair like this, if you can't braid it, like I said, I have an undercut, so this is shaved back here for me, and even when I wear a ponytail, you still can't see the origin of the dread. So like for this, where is my other one I made? It's missing. It's missing, and it's not missing. There it is. I never looped it. I actually don't need to loop it. Ick. So I'll just show you real quick. So this is what you're gonna see in a lot of videos too. I don't know. So I do them. I split it in half. I can't really show, it's hard. Okay, see that section here? I just split it in half like that, right? Okay. And then I do this first because then I feel like I can get the hair tighter. I take that big fluffy thing and put it on the top. Alright? So, grab it like that, and then put the 2 pieces back together. So, like I've said, you've probably seen this before. So here's my dread. Here's a fluffy piece. Whoops, pulled it. Yeah, it will pull back and forth through. I'll see how long that is. Let's see, where's that? Yes, that's fine. Okay, maybe a little bit shorter, but not much. All right. So then I take my hair tie. Like I said, double them up. The stronger, you ain't gonna break. All right. So would you believe that I'm currently in graduate school, get my degree in clinical mental health counseling? Do I seem like that type of person to you? Most people don't think so. But that is, you can't judge a book by its cover. Everybody is their own unique person, and you never know how smart somebody really is. You can't make that judgment based on how somebody looks. I still live in a small town. I moved for a long time. I moved back here though. Then I met my hold on a second. Okay, got it. That's in. Alright, so once that's in, I'm sorry, I keep stopping talking, but I'm gonna get this done. Video done. Talking about stuff in a different video. Alright, so once you get that, take the little rubber band thing here. This little ponytail. Mom? Sorry. Okay, I live with my mom in school. That's my excuse. Okay, this thing right here sounded like somebody's like breathing, but that's my house. There's always this weird noise, and I think it's my son or my mom, but it never is. I don't know what it is. But anyhow, so you take this little ponytail thing. Once again, double it up. I don't know why I keep forgetting. It's like 1 in the morning. I'm so tired. And take that little guy, and now you want to band this at the same spot on the little piece of hair where the band is, and one second. It's not one I just put in. That's not the dreadlock. What the hell am I doing? Or is the dreadlock? Where'd it go? Maybe it is. No, that's not the right one. Hold on. Where the hell did it go? There it is. That's the right one. Make sure you have the right dreadlock too, otherwise you're gonna be in trouble. So Okay, 2 bands. Little piece of hair. Rubber band right here. Dreadlock right here. Band those together tight. Don't do it too tight though. I made the mistake of the other night I had to redo all of them because it hurt so bad. I decided to do my back ones as wraps because I saw a YouTube video where she did that and it looked really great, and she used the same color thread as her dread, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stay in longer. Well, it didn't hurt while I was doing it, but the minute I was done, I went to put my hair in a ponytail because I wear it like that a lot, and I like I think my like the skin on my scalp like almost got ripped off because they were in so tight, and I knew right away I was gonna have to cut them all out. So I guess I wouldn't recommend that method. Yeah. I do hair wraps for decorations, but I don't. I mean, like if you're doing them to keep a dread in, it's a totally different situation and it doesn't feel good. Anyways, get that really tight on those both. Do it again the same way so you feel like you can't do it anymore. Okay, done. Now, big long piece. You're gonna do the same thing. So what you got here is okay, I can't even see. All right, so you got a little piece of hair pulled in half, dread in the middle, kind of like you're doing a double ender. That's so funny. Double ended dreadlock. But yeah, you put it through the middle and I lost it. Okay, it's right here. Once you get it through the middle and you have that long hair right there, you take another 2 bands and you band right where your other band is on a little piece of your own hair to the dreadlock. Okay? Yeah. Okay, now that you get to this point, you do the same thing that you did on the one above. And this covers up that ugly little stuff. So this one I made actually turn out better because I wasn't on camera, wasn't all nervous. Like I said, I'm not going to watch this video because I think I'll probably be embarrassed, but I'm being myself. So I need to learn how to accept that and be that way and not judge myself and just put myself out there because like I feel like I've lived a certain way for so long and that's not accepting myself. And now that I am, on my way to helping other people, get their lives in order, I need to start getting my emotional mental health in order because you know what, there's nothing wrong with being the way I am. Talk a lot, I'm happy. I can be a little bit much to handle sometimes. My own son even says, shh, that's okay. Because I am so, and I have achieved a lot. I may not have much financially, I haven't attained anything yet. I'm still in, graduate school. And I have like $100,000 in loans, which is kind of scary, but I'm going to do something I love, and I never ever thought that I would get the opportunity to, I look like that lady from the ring with blonde hair. Anyway, I never thought I would have that opportunity. You don't, when you're in that situation, and you think that, like, a lot of people think that drug addicts just feel bad for themselves and they just run around and steal stuff from people because, like, they want to and they're selfish. But a lot of people don't understand is, like, many women who become addicts, once you lose your child to a drug addiction, it's like, you're never going to get yourself back. And men who are into drugs, drug sales, whatever, take advantage so often. It's like, even in treatment centers, they're like predators. It's like somebody's going to get better and they don't like it. I'm not saying all men are like that, but a lot of them are. The drug, the ones in the drug addicts and stuff. I can say that because I was one. So it's just like, when you're, I guess, gay or bi, you can say things like, well, I shouldn't do that right now because I'm bi, but I'm not gay, so I don't have any hate mail. So, but you get my drift. Yeah. So anyway, I can say, is that even against, like, can you say drug addict when you're describing a drug addict, or is that now against the law or whatever? Is it considered a hate crime? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Everything that's going on in the world today, I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting to the end of it, so I'm gonna just take a band, and this is what you end up with, even on that extremely short hair. Like, I'm talking like 1/4 inch hair. This is what you end up with, instead of a really gross looking, like, little thing that doesn't look real or and looks like ridiculous. So if you give me just a second, I'm gonna pause and show you what this kind of looks like when I'm done.